Well, a very odd, weather-wise, and very telling day today for all 5 horses in very different ways. No, you go ahead. You don't watch the cow videos anymore? Okay. So we get to the fair 11 o'clock. That's when it was supposed to start. We got there around 10:40. Realized that it was delayed an hour, which was fine because it poured rain. It seemed like everywhere all over Ohio. Jason said it was pouring in Northfield. When I woke up in Columbus, it was pouring in Columbus. So it seemed to be raining everywhere. As we got to Marion, sun started to peek out, but it was a little chilly, to be honest. We were gathering sweaters up when we got out of the car, and they delayed the races another half an hour. Now, I didn't realize it until I went on the track, but the rail, I don't know how they got it this deep. I can tell you, actually, I know exactly how it got this deep. There's no drainage on the track. It's kind of a very slight grade off, and there was that much muck on the inside. So the rail horses, who just happened to beat Columbus in the second race, had to get through that crap. So I'll tell you this, throw the times out the window, they mean nothing, and even the ones that had times, I don't even know how truthful they were, to be honest. I think they said Victor Cruz came 31 seconds, he come 29 seconds if I'm a foot tall, and it doesn't really matter. The times don't matter because the track was bad. Columbus got very, very tired in that deep footing. Now, we had 3 horses with flip-flops on today, and you can guess which 3 they were, probably. The 3 third-place finishers. No, one was a second-place finisher who was exhausted. Hill Street Blues had his shoes turned around, which, depending on how he gets out of the track, is even worse than flip-flops. We had one horse normally shod, and he won by a football field. Columbus did all he could do to be third. Magical Tom, you could see, was exhausted at the wire. The track was just so taxing. And Real Fear, I was a little miffed with this one because Jason and I had talked about it, and I wrote it on the board. I had talked to the blacksmith and said, we'll put flip-flops on him. And then I got thinking after I got off the phone with Enos, I said, this horse will rip flip-flops off for sure. He rips normal shoes off. How couldn't he rip flip-flops off? You know what? Let's just bypass everything and just put a mushroom bar on him. A mushroom bar, I told you guys, is like a half a shoe with a bar that covers the frog part here in the middle. The heels are both open, which is good for a sore-footed horse if they can get a hold of the track. Most notably, a horse of ours that wears mushroom bar shoes full-time is Stay Close. And he's much better with them on than without them because he's prone to quarter cracks and he's got sore bulbs of his feet. Those shoes seem to help. Now, can they wear them full-time forever? I don't know. I think it's one of those things where you just got to keep watching the horses reevaluate week by week, start by start, how they feel, how they're acting, how their feet seem. But those are the shoes I wanted on them. We ended up, the blacksmith, I think, remembered I had said flip-flops, put the flip-flops on them. I get to go out in the track. I already know that Magical Tom was exhausted. I already know that Columbus was exhausted. I already know this. I get to go out in the track with Real Fear. I look down thinking that I'm going to see these mushroom bars. Jason told me he trained well because Jason didn't know. I had talked. Jason was away racing his filly. I had just talked to the blacksmith. I might have sent Jason a message or whatever. We talked about it in passing, but with so many horses and so much going on, it was more or less, I just told the blacksmith, hey, I'd like to put some flip-flops on him, and then I changed that. I texted him, I said, no, I want to change that, and I put on the board mushroom bar shoes. Well, blacksmith came in thinking, I just spoke to Anthony yesterday, and he wanted flip-flops on that horse and put them on him. Now, he trained good. The flip-flops are great, but you can see what happens in any sort of deeper track. When I popped out of the tool, that horse is so strong and so fast, he should have been able to accelerate and hold that till I got by that horse, and then, Bob's your uncle, he's gone. But instead, he got played out in, 100 yards? When I moved him out of the two-hole, he sprinted right by him. But in that sprint, he just burned every ounce of energy he had up, and he was exhausted going onto the wire. Same thing happened with Columbus. Same thing happened with Magical Tom. Same thing happened with Hill Street Blues, different shoes. And to be quite frank, driving Hill Street Blues, I honestly don't know how good he is. I thought he was a much better horse than what I saw today. Now, I can't, in fairness, judge him on that track. That would be unfair to the horse. But I was not. I can tell you why the other 3 horses were tired. I know exactly why. And if it was just shoeing with Hill Street Blues, fine, no problem. we're going to give you another a little kick at the cat next time. You're going to be going to, I think they said Bucyrus and Northfield in the next two. I would say by the time we exit the Buckeye steak race in Bucyrus and Northfield on Monday, at that point, we'll have a clear view of who's staying and who's not. Again, we're going to continue to move horses that are not going to be competitive, and if we just have fair horses, we shouldn't have those horses. Those horses, fair should be a way for them to keep their... Fair should be a way like Victor Cruz. He's kind of a Buckeye horse, but he can definitely pound them at the fairs. He was very good today. And that's what I want to see, right? That's what we should see when we bring our horses to the fairs. So I'll give the other 4 horses a wash today, even Hill Street Blues, because I know I sat behind them. And if you want to know what I mean when there's just too tiring footwear for them, watch Real Fear's race. Go back and watch the race. I popped him out of the tool. He's gone. He's just spinning his wheels. He paced just sheer speed. He paced by that horse, but completely burned out all his power in doing so. Look at the 2 little kitties in the back. Can't run with the big dogs, eh? It was, I'll tell you what, it was so weird. We got to the fair and we needed sweaters for the first 20 minutes we were there. And then the sun came out. Oh my God almighty. By the time, yeah, everybody get burnt. And by the time the day was over, I was sweating in places I didn't know I had sweat glands on. It was so hot in Marion today. Wow. Just such a damp heat though, because it poured rain all morning. The kids were exhausted. I'm still tired. Amy's tired. Everybody's tired. You can plug it in, honey. It's not the end of the world. We're all tired. But you know what? Yeah, go ahead. I don't care. You know what? At the end of the day, not a horrible day. A first, a second, and 3/3. Not the worst showing we had, especially coming off the day that we had yesterday. There's certainly no frowny faces at the stable.ca today. So a couple of racing tonight. We got Grace tonight, and look at that, Cat is in tonight late. I was going to actually drop Amy and the kids off and go right back to Northfield Park, but that makes no sense now. We're not getting home till 10:30. I'm not getting to Northfield at 3 in the morning. The reason being I want to go tomorrow. I have to drive to Northfield Park and train Brace for Landing just at maybe 3/8 of a mile in the morning, just to make sure he's going to get over Northfield well. Right? He's trained hard. I trained him in 2.8 in the jog cart at Tomiko. So yeah, I don't think there'll be a problem with it, but I want to make sure everything is on the straight and narrow for Brace for Landing. And then we have Austral Hanover tomorrow, racing in race 7 against Fashion Presidente. Hunter Myers going to drive Fashion Presidente. That should be a lot of fun. And then tomorrow night, yeah, that's tomorrow afternoon. Last week, I have to go from Ontario to Northfield to the Meadows and back to Northfield at night to race tomorrow night. Now, we do have one hiccup this week, and I talked about it, but it just never dawned on me. Friday's a problem. Horn players in Friday. They pushed horn players class to Friday afternoon. She's in to go Friday afternoon. I'm thinking, all right, I'm going to race the horses, jump on a plane, and go to Chicago. As I say it out loud, I remember me saying it just like that. The problem we have is they start at 5:15 at the Meadows. So I'm going to look at the entries for Chicago, try and figure it's not going to be very fair to Rosita's Dream and GJ's ATM to race it there without me. But at the same token, I really don't want to miss. Sister Solange, and well, I'm going to miss Sister Solange anyway because she's in with Horn Player. Went with one division. They had like 2 or 3 last time, and they only one division this time. So Sister Solange is in with Horn Player. Now, obviously, Sister Solange is fine now. I'm not worried about her. I'm not worried about Dustin. But I did want to drive Horn Player. This is a real problem. So I'm going to try and figure out what I'm going to do between now and tomorrow morning in regards to Chicago, in regards to Horn Player, and go from there. Listen, I'm always going to go where I'm needed the most, and I just don't think it's fair to the horses in Chicago to go out there to a new trainer who I don't know if Mr. Eaton recognizes and understands how tight we have the hobbles on a couple of those horses, how tight he would have them on. The last thing I want to do is have both those horses make breaks. So if they both draw favorably and have decent draws, then I may have to go to Chicago. So I don't know yet. I'm going to figure it out over the next couple of days. It's never going to be perfect, guys. I mean, I can't clone myself, and I'm doing the best I can. I'm thinking there's probably more drivers available in the Meadows than there is in Illinois, but I could be wrong. So I'll figure that out tonight. All in all, pretty hard to complain. It's been an absolutely exciting and just a tremendous start to the summer for us. Man, winning the Next Generation was incredible. It was a great feeling. Our fillies raced great and Sweet on Pete and Purple Aura. Then you had Patrick DePirano winning. You had Crantini winning the Pennsylvania All-Stars. We even had Chocolate for Lunch winning. What a day. Anyway, I'll talk to all you guys real soon. I hope you're all having a very good day. We did.